You like that little transition there? Yeah, I'm trying to upgrade my my things around here. I'm trying to make things look a little bit nicer. Because I would like to have other people use this channel, you know? Let's try and get this camera actually focused on me. Yeah, I would like to have... Wait, I forgot that I made a sound effect. I thought that there was actually a sound effect put in, and I was like, oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I'm trying to have... trying to open up this channel to some other things. I feel like that would make it a little bit cooler, I suppose. Anyway, I'm excited to play with VCV Rack, specifically the Surge modules. I feel like that's... I looked at them. I didn't really touch them yet, but it really made me think, like, yeah, I kind of wish I had an actual Surge modules in my modular. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, yeah, and now we have the chat up here, so I could see everything. One of the developers is here. Thank you for your services to the community. That's a lot of work, and it's awesome that you do it. It's awesome that so many times the coolest stuff is free, which is, you know, nobody would expect that in this world, but a lot of times it is. And then in other times, it's not, like image editors. You would think that GIMP would, you know, with its massive development community, would have like somehow made Photoshop completely obsolete, but somehow, as much as I hate Adobe, Photoshop still wins. It sucks, but yeah. I mean, the Surge VST is just incredible. I've used it. I mean, I was a paying customer back in the day before it went open source. It was like my go-to subtractive synth. I know it does a lot more than that, but it was always my like go-to thing to open up if I just wanted to create a lead or something like that. If I just wanted to do a quick sound. I think that Surge should have a NAMM booth. I think that the biggest waste of money ever. I think everybody should pitch in, and Surge should just pay $25,000 for a moderate-sized booth at NAMM. That would be the worst idea ever. Blender is making quite some waves, you know? Blender, so I've been doing 3D modeling since Bryce 3D, I think. So I guess I was 19 when that came out. I've been doing 3D modeling forever. If you've seen my music videos, you probably know that already. Maxon moving Cinema 4D and all the rendering engines being separate and all that stuff. The industry moving in that direction of like those subscription models and stuff has, like, for the first time, I don't have an up-to-date license of anything that runs like properly on my current OS. Like, it actually shoved me out of the industry, and I could pirate stuff, I guess. I don't even know how easy it is, but yeah, that's sort of the crazy thing is, like, I used to pay probably as much for 3D software as I pay for pro audio software. And now I'm just like, I can't afford it. It's too much to be a 3D artist for anything. And I suppose I would license it again if I were to make another music video that were 3D. But yeah, that's a strong argument for Blender. I think that's why Blender's doing so well. I don't know. Do you think Surge needs a UI and usability interface designer? I think it's actually pretty down to earth. And it's skinnable. So you could be your own interface designer. Yeah, no, I've never, maybe it's just because I'm so familiar with it because it's been around for so long that I don't really compare it to, you know, I didn't like compare it to Pigments or something when I first saw it, but well, I'd love to do a Blender stream, but I don't know how to use Blender. I mean, I understand what the terms are. I know what a Boolean object is and things like that, but like, I don't know what I'm doing in terms of, I'm not a Blender artist. And so it would probably be very frustrating because it would just be me going through watching a YouTube channel about, moving from, Blender for somebody who's a Cinema 4D person. Yeah, I thought he meant the VST, or she, or him, or they, or I thought they meant the VST. But yeah, anyway. Well, let's dive into it. I thought I had some news. Do I have any news? I don't think I have any news. Oh, Emily from Mutable updated. Why can't I think of the module's name? It's right over there. Plats, whatever you want to call it. Updated Plats to just have a DX7 emulator in there that loads DX7 patches. How insane is that? Just peeks her head out and is like, oh, here's like the most awesome thing ever. Okay, bye. I'm going back. Yeah. New feature in Ardor 7 would be interesting to see me explore. Yeah, I'd be into seeing Ardor. I kind of wanted to... I feel like I kind of want to do a can you make music in Linux? Really? But I feel like Linux is one of those things that people are so damn tribal about. Like, this is one of those things that, like, you can't have an objective. You can't make a video without making everybody mad. Like, if I pointed out some of the shortcomings of Linux or what makes it difficult, I feel like you then would run into just a bunch of angry people. And it's been that way since Linux. God, since the first time I heard of Linux in the 90s, it was, I suppose, I don't think I probably heard of it in the 80s. There's Ardor, Reaper. Oh, I didn't know. I forgot that Bespoke ran for Linux. Yeah, there is a little bit more. And I guess I'm just thinking I'm not going to use Bitwig. I would use Reaper, and I would check out Ardor. I would check out anything that's open source, of course, because I think that there would be, like, could you actually make music on a Raspberry Pi 4 with maxed out memory? Like, could you actually have a sub-$100 music making system? That would be an interesting thing. I feel like with my videos, it's either like $8,000 effects units, or can we do this out of the garbage? Those are like the only two, 0 and 1. It's a binary thing. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, so, the problem with Linux is the accessibility for people who are just used to the Windows or Mac OS interface. And I feel like a lot of Linux people who work, they're developers. Like, if you're not a software developer, Linux isn't that fun. It's not that great of an experience. And I wish that I could, I wish that it wasn't the case. I wish that, like, I remember when, was it Red Hat? I don't know. I remember when, like, the sort of corporate distros were first coming out, and it was this, like, yeah, it's going to be like Windows, and you're going to have this really nice, but it never really, you would still have to, like, type in bash commands and stuff like that to install stuff, and I don't know. You can't expect everybody to do that, so it's kind of, and I say this as somebody who has, like, a dual Linux install. Like, I'm not anti-Linux or anything, but I'm just very timid about, not timid, but I'm very aware that, it's a rich drink. It's a bold cup of coffee. It's not gonna go down with everybody real easy. Anyway, so I guess there we go. Look at that. Now everybody's chat is tiny. Okay, I should probably set up a MIDI interface here. See, Windows MIDI. Do you have that in Linux? I think not. Yeah, so there's a lot to see here. And again, I'm really excited about this, and I'm amazed by how much there is. And I don't think that this is everything, by the way. I think I just tried to, I think this is actually the rack I made for the thumbnail. I think I just sort of, like, made a little thumbnail rack, and we'll see where we go from there. All right, so I guess first off, let's just, like, make a simple patch. So we'll go, actually, I'm trying to like make sure that everything's on the screen because of course my monitor is like this massive, and maybe this pointed at my head would be a little bit helpful too. Yeah, it's already like an awesome looking thing, isn't it? Okay. So let's just go with the modern VCO. I like how these are all, I mean, I guess this doesn't need to be stereo, does it? And then I'm assuming there's an ADSR. Maybe I didn't open that, or maybe I'm looking at it and not seeing it, but that's okay. We could just, oop. By the way, there doesn't have to be an ADSR. I don't think one is needed, but I just see that they've like made everything else, so I'm just assuming there's one, and for consistency reasons, but I guess we could. Oh, stereo for unison, okay. Oh, LFO, all right. I'm not reading that correctly. Okay. There. Is it here? Yeah, there it is. Okay. It's a big thing. And so you just sort of, I see now. Okay. Cool. So we'll gate that. Oh, and it does both at the same time. Oh, and it has an end of chain. Yeah, this is crazy. This is really nice. I guess we'll... Ooh, yeah. Mod is... I guess this is going to be interesting, too. So I'm assuming that... Oh, wow. Okay, so it actually uses that sort of... Wow, that's really clever. Good job. And then the output can go into a mixer. That's a mixer, duh. The output could go into a mixer, and let's go. And I could also probably plug. Okay, so I'm wondering why. Can we do this in mono? Oh, I guess we can if we do this. Maybe. Ah, right. If we just do this, we could start in mono. Will this filter close all the way is my question. Oh wow, a VCA as well. That's cool. So, excuse me if I'm being a dummy here. There we go. Solved it. Figured it out. Yeah, it really does. Sorry if my filter's out of whack here. And I could choose the type of filter too, of course. Wow, yeah. Crazy. Yeah, I like this because it really does show that it's more than it's more than just another bunch of oscillators and filters and stuff. It actually does have like the personality of the Surge ones, which obviously, one would expect that, but is there an amplitude? Yeah, okay. That's cool. I'm trying to figure out why I can't, or why this isn't pushed to the max. And then this would be the LFO and that. Crazy. Sorry. Love it. Okay, I'm gonna change filter types. See what else we got. Need to put the mod level on the filter to 200 since the mod depth is bipolar and the envelope. Ah, I got it. Can we change that here, I wonder? Well, yeah. Yeah, you're right. I suppose you could also just mult it if you wanted to. Or I guess you could also do this. I mean, if we're being obnoxious. I wonder if this would... There you go. Just double patch it. Yeah, I was doing that, but one was bipolar and one was unipolar. So by patching, so you can see what I did here. By patching, I'm pointing to the screen like my finger's gonna fucking show up in the video. I'm patching the envelope generator to mod 1 and mod 2, so it doubles it. So it just multiplies it. Okay. Let's try some of these other oscillators. The old classic VCO. Yeah, that's nice. Where is our... Got a wavetable. And then we have a lot of different wavetables. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I like that little area down there. All right, let's set up maybe a LFO to that. I know there's a smaller LFO than that big one. I'm probably looking at it, but maybe not. Well, what's with the brand here? There we go. I mean, I suppose we could just use a normal oscillator too. Huh. Oh well, I don't really mind using this. Just gonna So can we mod this as well? Oh, nice. That's amazing. So nice. So I guess like if we wanted to, I'm trying to think of like a, I mean, I guess we could really just have like this classic VCO output into mod 1 here, and then that mod 1 could be the delay. Could just humanize things. I feel like I need a sequencer, but I also don't want to open a non-search thing, but that's kind of a stupid site. I'll just open a little, oh man, this is always the problem with VCV, isn't it? Tags. You open a sequencer and then it's always like a bunch of things that aren't really sequencers, that are kind of sequencers. I mean, I just want like a piano roll. Actually, I bet they have one. I bet if I just search piano roll, one will, yeah, look at that. Here we go. I think I've actually used this before. I'm going to move it out of the screen here just because this is not our objective. But here, let me just move these over. Burp. But that way I can not have to play random keys on this thing the entire time. Try the demo. What is this? You can't edit in here, but you can import a MIDI file. What? Why can't I edit in here? Can I change my phrases? No. All right, let's go with the other piano roll. Sorry, everyone. Thought that would be a little bit easier. This one looks a little bit more, yay, look at that. Lovely. I mean, I suppose we could also just like make a generative thing too, right? Yeah, let's just do that. I'm sorry, I'm kind of not patient enough for this. Where's my favorite quantizer? My favorite easy quantizer. This one will do. And then let's just go with a sample and hold. I don't think that there is a surge one. Again, I'm just creating a little. I'm just creating a little generative melody, so we could play with the sound at the same time. This one looks like it is inputs and outputs. Okay. So we will suppose that this is the clock output. This is the trigger. Okay, that seems to be working. The input could just be a random tiny LFO ordeal. Give me one of those little baby LFOs. I know they exist. Noise. There. Perfect. Off output in, and finally we can then go into the and this will be our new gate. My stomach always growls. I mean, I suppose I eat dinner and then do this, so that's probably why. But it always makes me mad because obviously I could hear it really loud. Lovely. This is a great LFO. A great oh man. I'm trying to figure out which way the all right. Okay, that'll do for now. All right, let's run it through a reverb. Get it through some damn reverb already. I guess let's go through a reverb and then into the mixer. Reverb 1. Left and right. We may have to actually run left and rights all the way through now. Left and right into mixer 1 and then out into our I feel like the gate's just not long enough to... I think that if I remember correctly, this reverb's way weirder. There's just Maybe not. Maybe, I wonder what I'm thinking of. Yeah, I wonder what I'm thinking of. There is a... Why do I have two spring reverbs? That's a good question. Yeah, I'm trying to... Tree Monster? Is that it? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I know there's a bunch of weird effects that I was surprised to see when Surge sort of re-emerged. Yeah, it must be Tree Monster. Let's try it out. Yeah, it's more of a ring mod. I guess we could also hook this up to the output of the... Maybe not. We could hook it up to the output of something. Okay. Oh wow, they have all the preset ones too. For launch? I need to read back. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we were just using it. I'm just going back and forth between verbs here. This is VCV Rack's fault, not the Surge one. Nope. I mean, of course I could just lock these in, but... let's play with the string thing really fast. The car plus strong guy. Yeah, I love the sound of this. Yeah, the constant noise would be really good for like a flute or a cello. I don't remember what neuron is, but I'm about to find out. Really, with all like the mixing around, I should just use mod matrix. Oh, I see. I know that this is probably being covered up by my head or the chat, but it is a string reverb. Spring reverb, rather. Then the convular, the exciter, the chow, the resonator, the neuron, the ring modulator. Oh yeah, and then the vocoder. Okay. You know what's a really nice... Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. That's actually a good... Oh, that makes sense. All right. Let's get a new melody generator situation going on. And is there like a CV? I mean, I'm sure there has to be a CV looper. There has to be. It would be a crime. If there's not, I'm going to make one. There's only one. Only one CV recorder. All right, and can we hear it at the same time? I shall find out. There it is. Trig. Gate. Or octave. I suppose it would make more sense if that were down there. Oh, it doesn't. Doesn't pass through, does it? I mean, maybe it does, and I'm just not paying attention. Oh, you know what? I'm dumb. Am I dumb? Yeah, I'm dumb. Okay. Nope, it actually doesn't. Really? You're not going to pass through? Damn. Here I was really excited. I was just going to record some playing and then... So I guess it has to be hooked up to a clock. I feel like a lot of VCV modules were not made for, they're made for version 1 and they kind of got like ported over without all the functionality being tested. And it is what it is. I need a quantized sequencer up in here. That's all. For some reason I can't think of one. I mean, I guess we don't need a quantized sequencer, do we? It doesn't have to be quantized. We could just put it through a quantizer. That would give us a little bit better of a range. What the hell is this thing? Oh, sequant. I see now. What the hell is that thing? What am I looking at right now? It's the easiest quantizer to use, I suppose. All right. Yeah, I suppose the one funny thing about VCV Rack is when you don't use it for a while, you realize that, like, oh yeah, I'm literally like building a modular every time. I'm not just patching one up, which is why the last couple times that I've done things like this, I've had I've had like just a set amount of things. But all right, anyway. So let's try this. Let's reboot here. Is this thing running? Trig. There we go. Cool. Can we just copy that exact sequence? Yeah, that'd be fun to do. Create a little weird fugue type thing. What am I routing wrong? Oh, that's in 3. I know that a lot of people are watching. Well, I don't even know if a lot of people are watching this, but I know that some people are watching this going, Ben, there's 3 sequencers right there. I know. I get it. Trying to do a row your boat type of thing here. Okay, so I need to reset this clock. Actually, let's turn that off. Reset, reset, reset. This time with only 7 steps. There you go. Run. Note seek foo, I have not. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm a builder, what can I say? What color is this? Actually, I wonder how low, just like a classic VCO, how slow we can get the pitch. Oh yeah, 8 hertz. That's fine for something like this. We can just output that into the mod 1 here. How do we round that out? Can't we make a sign with the classic VCO? I know there's a way to do it. Am I missing something? Would it be the weight? No. I'm just gonna search sign. Oh, it must be inside something. Maybe I'm missing something here. Are you talking about just in the modern VCO? Because I know that there's a sign there. Oh, maybe it's in here. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought, right? It must not be labeled. String VCO. Oh, it's just VCO. I'm gonna look real close. I'm gonna look real close and find. Well, this kind of makes me sound like I'm a pilot. Maybe I didn't download it. It's possible. Maybe I somehow missed it. Well, that's it. I'm done with this. Weird. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it says up to date. Anyway, it's alright. The world will go on. Nobody has to die. The problem is I should be using Linux, clearly. This particular string V, what is it, 2? It's like the trig and the act, like there's some sort of delay going on. Maybe I should be triggering it out of here instead. Maybe the trig should be going into... No, that wouldn't make any sense. We could try it though. I guess I could be tempoing it this way. Oh, you know what? It's not being clocked. Duh. Alright. I've solved the problem, everybody. Now. And the clock should probably also be coming out of here. I'd like to turn it up. We could just use this VCO for a little sign. Much better. I'm really curious about the twist VCO. Wait, is our mixer full? Oh yeah, there's only 3. Yeah. That's okay. We could make another one, I suppose. It actually does look like a pretty intuitive mixer. My brain just broke for a moment. Pardon me. Broken brain. I want the input from there. Well, actually, let's leave the reverb the end of chain. Lazy style. I just don't open up a million reverbs. All right. Then we will be coming in from here. Then this will get the output from there. And then we can also have... The hell is it? There it is. I keep doing that. Gotta love the old mutable. This always just blows my mind in general. I feel like it hasn't been scanned in a while, has it? How do they do the not host? Yeah, MIDI. No, that wouldn't be it. Whatever. Thought there was a polyphonic way to do this. I am looking for a way to go into a VST plugin using polyphony. And I don't remember how to do it. Ah, there we go. The old right click. Good thing I don't have a Mac. Oh, thank you. Perfect. Now let's try it. On that note, I'll be right back. All right. Hope everybody enjoyed that little slideshow. Can I just remove all cables? I feel like I should know this. Can I just do that? Can I just get rid of all the cables? Yeah, keep my rack. There's got to be a way. Actually, maybe I don't want to do that. Check this out. I want to start a new patch. Just without all of the VCV racks. Just get... Here, you go over there. Actually, we'll keep the scope. Scope's cool. Scope's my bud. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. I know there's ways to automate this. It's a new computer. Give me a break. In a few years, it'll show me my... Okay. That should be right. Okay. Check this out. Sorry. Windows MIDI, Keylab. Okay. Bring me to those surges. This is going to be loud and noisy. I apologize. Actually, I should put a VCA on the end of this. The VCA I just deleted. Okay. Cool. All right. I just wanna play with some of this. So keep this up. I know that these are like really dynamic and crazy. Yeah, the cosines are always fun. Now it's gonna get crazy. Let's see how well these track. All right, flangey into flangey. Love it. Okay, so this one will be fun. A multi-bandpass sweep. Connect the and then if we bring this up like 2 octaves. That's pretty dope. I kind of want to check out this mod matrix as well. How the hell did this get all convoluted like this? Bam. There it is. Oh, because I have VCA typed in. God damn. It's like, how'd this all get so screwy? Or do I want to check out something else? Maybe I don't want to check out the mod matrix. There's so much to check out. I kind of want to do the FM ones too. Yeah. I'm glad I warned everybody. This stuff tends to get loud. Okay. Let's get an envelope in here. Keep nose breathing into the microphone. Let's get an envelope in here. Oh, now it's not doing it. It's over there. All right. This microphone's too good as it drifts away from my face. This microphone's way too good. This Lawton audio thingy. It's just literally too good of a microphone. Whenever I use it in my videos, it like distracts the hell out of everything else that I'm doing. It distracts, probably couldn't hear me say that. It distracts the heck out of everything else that I'm doing because it sounds too damn good. It's odd. I like this step sequence on the... I'm sure we could figure out a fun way to use that. Oh, that's cool. So if we like had a separate alpha here. Get feedback on both sides. That's cool. And then I assume that we use the other FMs. Nice. I love the visuals. Is this a bipolar amp? No. This up to a new envelope. There we go. Still want it to be a sharp attack though, but okay. Try to get the end of chain on here. Can't this thing just have a per step? Does it have to be on a clock? I guess it does. That's fine. Okay, I kind of want to see these CV outs here. Oops. Good. All right. It gets crazier. Let's bring the octave down. Gross sound design. Need a really gross filter now. Get back here. Trying to create a feedbacky, nutty thing here. Yeah, that's some pretty powerful synthesis right there. Jesus fucking Christ. Of course, fucking Ave McCree is streaming. He only streams when I stream, it seems. Like, it's just somebody's just sent me a message being like, he's doing it again. It's the most passive-aggressive motherfucker on YouTube, I swear to God. It's so ignorant. Okay, anyway, being a little more proactive. So this is fun. I'm going to save that as how about, I'll call it Scooby. You know what I want to try it with? Oh God, I don't know what to call it. See, I guess I'll just search sequencer and try and find it. It's like literally the biggest module, and it's such a funny. It's like kind of almost not even a modular, like I think it's it's this PS Meander stuff. Look at this thing, right? It's free too. I think it is. I don't think I paid for this. Right. So okay. So I guess if we mix this with like the Surge stuff. Let's just go to a modern VCO. Just do our standard little setup here. And we could even just like multiply that by a whole bunch. Yeah, just save the patch, so you're all set. Trying to make something a little bit happier music. Maybe my mom found this channel finally. She's been looking for it. Make her some happy music. She's been having trouble finding the new channel. Which, not complaining. She's it's actually a good. Oh yeah, she is here. There she is. Yeah, I'm not complaining. I think it's a good. It's very. It indicates how hard it is to switch streaming channels, and so far, I'm using a new system. We're like picking up viewers a little bit, and I'm okay with having a little bit lower viewers because, yeah, companies are trying to buy their way onto the stream, and I'm kind of like, let's just keep the stream, let's keep the stream not that. As much as I would love to make hand over foot money all the time, let's just not do that with the streams. Let's keep the streams cool. All right, I'm just gonna like make a few of these guys here. We'll do the same thing here. We'll make this a Mom, are you going to NAMM this year? I've been doing NAMM stuff all week. All week. Been meeting with NAMM and talking to NAMM, trying to make NAMM a good NAMM. But you know how it is. Not always that easy. But trying to work with NAMM, not against NAMM. And if NAMM can't work with me, then yeah, then I will work around NAMM. I'm going to get an Airbnb otherwise. I'm glad to hear that. So far, I've never seen a NAMM video from anyone that actually was interesting. I'm sorry, sir. Did you not see the video where I walked around NAMM and then I sent everything to a data center to randomize everyone's face? Because I did that last year. That was interesting. But yeah. What? Yeah, I'll be driving, Mom. It'll be a road trip. We're trying to. There's a new synth coming out that I really like that I've already played with that I'm really want to do my cross country road trip with, and also yeah, Sad NAMM as well. I heard a bug. Anyway, like the bug flew by the microphone. I don't know. Yeah, so there's that, and then so what I'm trying to do. I mean, I might as well be upfront with it. Well, I can't. I'm stuck in this window right now. But what else? The other thing I'm trying to do is essentially just set up a thing like Cameron and myself, or Venus and myself, are trying to do a road trip together. We want to add more people to it. And then we want to go to NAMM. And I'm trying to get NAMM to just give me a room, like a room up. Why is this thing all of a sudden following my head around? To just give me a room, and then in that room, like, you know, a private room, and it can be monetized, just not for much. It would have to be like within the budget of a boutique company. And then in that room, we would bring lights and cameras and all those things and actually do good gear reviews and just hand out the time slots. And that way, and I've run it by a few brands so far, and everyone is like, yes, absolutely. One of them's actually like, I think we might go to NAMM now. We weren't going to before. Yeah, so I think that would be cool. And if NAMM can't do it, if they can't get the higher ups to say that it's a good idea to let influencers have space, or, you know, because that's what they call us, then we're just going to rent out a big Airbnb and then sort of do our own thing. Just sort of, you know, I definitely will speak at NAMM at some point this year probably, but yeah, one way or another, we really want to change things to where you'll tune into one of our channels and be like, oh, I'm learning about all this new stuff that came out, and I don't have to watch the most annoying thing in the world. So yeah. Anyway, let's play with this meander thing. Yeah, Kev Human, that's a very good point. And what I want to do is create one video that is like a 20-minute long video with 20 pieces of gear, highly high quality sound, everything's sort of condensed. And then if you like a piece of gear, then I'm going to give all the footage that I recorded to that company, and then they could make their own video on their own channel. And then so if you say, oh, this synthesizer is really cool, I want to see more about it, then you can click the link in the description, poof, off you go. And that, you know, because we intend to give them the footage to do whatever they want with as well, so they could have a longer version on their channel. Because one thing I've learned this year is that, like, if I have two of the, you know, that video I did a few weeks ago, like the five studio utilities you may have not known about, whatever it was called. That's a hard sell. That's actually kind of hard to tell a company that wants to send you a product and be like, hey, I'm going to lump you in with a bunch of other products. But realistically, that works so well, because you don't want to watch a video about a direct box. You want to watch a video about 5 things that I find useful, that I actually like and use in my studio. And then not only that, but somebody might say, oh, I heard that, you know, it looks like the EQ pedal's part of this, and I'm interested in the EQ pedal. Then you find out about the direct input, and you're like, oh, that's actually really useful too. Oh, the MIDI router. Wow, I had no idea this existed. And so you sort of end up being led into all these different things and learning about all these new different things. And as a result, it definitely worked, because I think 3 of the products in that are now sold out, which is crazy, which is nuts, like literally from that video. And and otherwise nobody wants to cover them, because they're just like boring videos to make unless you're just, you know, running through all these things. So yeah, very, very, yeah, true. Even if it's the best interface in the world, 15 minutes on an interface is fucking boring, unless you're about to buy that interface. That's the thing, is if I said, I want to do a video on my RME, if I said, okay, in 60 seconds, here's why I have this, you know, $2,700 RME interface, and I just went down a bullet point of the lists, and then if you said, wow, that's actually worth that much money, then you would watch a 15-minute video on that interface. Then you'd be like, I want to make sure that everything, and this is how I buy. In a weird way that I thought about this is, I've been looking for a new mountain bike for like 2 years, of like a proper 3 years, even a proper mountain bike that could like do jumps, that could like survive the red and black diamond trails, right? And that's what, and I watch like 15 seconds of something, and then I know if I want it or not. And then I go and I research, and I lose my mind looking for something. But yeah. It's interesting. I've been learning a lot about YouTube, and I didn't really tell many. Yeah, I didn't really get public about this too much, just because there's really no point to, and I feel like everybody's looking for like the algorithm secret, but I've been plugging all of my YouTube metrics and data into essentially, I don't want to say AI because it's not like super smart AI, but it's just been organizing everything in a way where you could look at the data and find meaningful things. And Venusary's been doing the same thing, not with AI, but he's been like hardcore studying his data. And yeah, and like one of the things I learned is that like anytime and this is just like as of this week, anytime I want to use the word algorithm, I really need to replace that word with my viewers. Instead of saying algorithm, say my viewers. Okay, I made that cave video and the algorithm just hated it. No, my viewers just hated it. They hated the thumbnail, they hated the presentation because my viewers are here to learn about audio or something. Now, I'm sure there's a bunch of people in this chat who are dedicated enough to watch to watch something. If I say, hey, let's look at this cave video, you'd say, okay, this is probably interesting. Ben usually makes cool stuff. But the average one of my subscribers said, nah, I don't fucking care about caves. I'm making music today. And I feel like once you stop thinking about how the algorithm did it and start thinking about like the algorithm's made to find the viewers what they want to watch, then you realize like, okay, I'm not that mad about it anymore. I'm not that upset. Like I tried to lead someone's hand somewhere and it didn't work, and on to the next thing. But yeah, anyway. What are the YouTube face thumbnails? Now here's another thing that I'm doing now that I think I'm going to see if I could stick to this, because this is a brand new thing and I've not tried it yet, but making the thumbnail before I make the video. Because I feel like that sort of gives me a walled garden. I'm not going to go far enough off topic. I'm not going to make a 25-minute video that should be an 8-minute video. And also, thumbnails are so important. They're so important, like, to get that. Because if I make a video that I feel is really interesting, really important, I need you to click it first. Like, that's the problem. Like with, I feel like my old way of doing things is like, oh, this is clickbait. I don't want to make any clickbait thumbnails. Now my new mantra after analyzing all this data is I'm going to make clickbait. I'm going to make hardcore clickbait, and then I'm going to deliver on it. And I'm going to over deliver on it. I'm going to deliver on it so much that the next time you see a thumbnail, you're going to want to click it. If that makes sense. That's my that's my 2023 YouTube goals. It's weird because I mean, this is a career. It becomes a thing. All right. Oh, this has its own BPM. This thing doesn't need anything, does it? This whole little, this thing's so funny. I get such a kick out of this little plugin. Okay, so really quickly, I love how I'm like doing this while riffing about YouTube. It's pretty stupid. But yeah, I've just been putting a lot more thought into that type of stuff. And another thing that I'm noticing, as fucking Carl streams at the exact same time I do intentionally, as another thing that I've been noticing is that like there's a lot of new toxicity in this space. Like, and it seems like people are just doing it to climb the algorithm. Like they're just trying to like get that, but I feel like that attention is so short-lived and it blows up in your face so badly. Yeah, and I'm trying to ignore it as much as I can. Oh yeah, the meander. I was actually looking at when I first saw this, I was like, what the hell is this? Why is this even in VCV Rack? And I remember looking up some of the info about it, and I was like, oh wow, this is actually a thing. How fun. Well, the conflict outrage does really well. If you search Ave McCree, if in Google, try this actually. Search Ave McCree in your Google bar and Ben Jordan will pop up. But like it does really well to like drive metrics. But the problem is that like then where do you go? What do you do after that? You're done. Like that's kind of it's like it's just not a good strategy. And I know exactly where the strategy comes from. I know the book that some of these guys are reading. It's literally a book about how to it's a book about how to succeed at YouTube from somebody who doesn't actually succeed at YouTube. They succeed at selling books about succeeding at YouTube. All right. Yeah. Wait a minute. Why is this playing chords? Holy shit. This is blowing my mind. I didn't know that this was possible. Hey, get back over here. Oh, that's beautiful. So it's polyphonic. That's great. Am I not on the first page? Somebody else pointed this out to me. That's why I'm saying it. Like somebody else like sent me a screen grab of that, and I was like, oh, that's. Oh, I don't need another mixer, do I? Nor do I need another reverb. Ooh, a channel. I didn't even know I mean, I guess I figure they make channel blockers, but. ...1950s R&R doo-wop and jazz. Oh, the synth punk guy. Dude makes me uncomfortable. Like it's like watching an injured animal or something. I don't know. It like makes me. That's the best way I could describe it. Is like if you're watching like a possum try and climb on a fence, but it like was disabled or something, and it just made you like sick to your stomach in a way to watch it, like almost in a sympathetic way. I don't know how to describe it, but that's my view on synth punk. Like I'm not mad about he's made however many videos trolling me. I've just been like, this is so weird. I feel uncomfortable watching it. I feel like I'm like watching somebody have a nervous breakdown. And it's like, and I remember the one time I sort of like looked through his channel, I noticed he was making like 4 videos a day and none of them had it. It was just like, man, why don't you just like, you have all this gear and you seem like a smart enough guy and you seem like it seems like you could come up with like some good jokes and good content. It's like, why don't you just take 2 weeks and make 1 video, and I bet your channel would fucking skyrocket. You don't need to be doing all this negative stuff. Oh yeah, okay, so Ben, I noticed that there's a Behringer 2600 in the background of all your videos. Is that used often in your music? And do I have any use for it considering my big modular synth? No, I don't use it ever. I think it would be better in somebody else's hands because I think it is an interesting synth, but I never use it because I'm just not that interested in it. I bought it because it's a huge, pretty synth, and I told Uli Behringer that if he made good on his charitable donations, that I would have one for 1 year behind me. And last Christmas, Uli Behringer not only made good on his giving over 1,000 synths to children in need, he gave over $200,000 to charities with children in need. And so that thing stays behind me. I owe him that. I'm going to be completely honest. I love the way my modular looks over there, but I'm also kind of over it. I don't use it enough in my actual music anymore. I'm sorry to all the people who love modular. I'm just not. I feel like this is more of a I don't know. It's weird. I'm not saying I'm gonna sell it, but I might move it upstairs. I might like make a modular area upstairs and then put actual keyboards, or maybe put my drums down here or something. Because I feel like I'm just making more like jazz and gospel now anyway. I'm doing a lot more stuff like that. It's just not like inspiring me. And I don't think it's because modular is bad. I think it's just because my schedule's crazy. I also think the thing about VCV Rack, one of the things that I like so much about VCV Rack, or just virtual modular in general, I like touching a modular. It's nice, but at the same time, like, now that I have this channel and all that stuff, and, I can share it with other people, and I can do it easier. Like, I could just do this from my laptop if I wanted to, like, have a stream like this, which is cool. Because, like, again, this isn't so much of like a feature software to get attention to it type of thing, especially on this new streaming channel. It's just like I'm just hanging out and patching. It's nice. It's fun. Yeah. And weirdly, I feel like the thing I liked about the modular so much was that you couldn't save patches, that things felt very temporary, and it was almost this zen thing where it kind of got me back into just making music for the sake of it and then not saving it, which is something I tend to do a lot these days. And yeah, but I don't know. That's why I like playing the piano too. So. Yeah. Yeah, you pull out all the cables. I feel like the feedback here in this chat is enough to make me actually go upstairs and clear some space and bring this monster up there. It's time. My YouTube videos aren't going to look as cool. It's cool it makes me look like an expert in audio to sit in front of my modular. Maybe I'll just record an hour of it and then like have it as a green screen background forever. But yeah, no, I could think of, I have some synths that haven't come out yet that are going to be announced this year, the next year at some point, that I would kind of rather have that space anyway. Yeah. All right. Maybe some guitar stuff over there. It's a lot of space that thing takes up. Yeah. We got the Erica synth machine. All right, y'all have talked me into y'all have allowed me to talk myself into this. The modular's going upstairs, or maybe I'll give it away for Christmas. That would be epic. I'm not that generous, but that would be epic. Yeah. And it just it makes me think. I was just having a conversation with the company. I was just like, is modular over? Is it ended? Not over, but has it plateaued? Like, was the pandemic the plateau of modular? Like, is it not going to get it? Like, now that the chip shortage has made modules even more expensive. And that being said, like, semi-modular stuff is still fun. Like, if it's like those new Dreadbox things coming out, I can't remember the name of anything, but the new Dreadbox. I saw. There's not really many videos out there. Maybe I'll do one. There's those two new Dreadbox box. Well, they're not new. They're reissues, but they're like updates. And then the Centrix 2. Like, there's a lot of like self-contained semi-modular stuff that's actually a lot of fun. Yeah, that's what I should do. I should just go to a third world country and give some kids some modular. They'll be like, oh, can I eat it? Yeah, the Rebus and Hades, I think, is the name. Yeah, those things sound and look very interesting to me. And then there's also, man, I can't fucking say anything. I hate it. I can't say anything. There's so many cool things coming out. I can't say anything about half of it. There's something that would sequence those very well coming out soon. The modular does, I don't know how much heat it generates. Oh, another modular thing that I have to complain about. Let's just go full screen. It's 9:02. We're leaving out in a moment anyway. Another thing to complain about with the modular, and this one's gonna make some peepees burn. The two of my, I've had three. Which ones? I've had three Make Noise modules. And two of them have had coil whine to the point where I've had to unplug them. And I know two other people that had the exact same issue, and the only modules in the rack that had that issue were the Make Noise ones. And I'm kind of pissed off because those modules are really expensive. It's okay, good, because one of those was the Morphogene. That is just shit, isn't it? That thing costs, what did that thing cost me? $550 for a module that I never use? Yeah. Okay, so this is a common thing. Wow. Are they doing anything about this? I'm Googling this shit. Are they handling this in any way? Like, are they repairing these for free or something? Because, like, they need to. Yeah, okay, so there's a mod wiggler. Oh, yeah, this has been going on since 2018. I'm definitely not the only one. I'm sure there's a bunch of gaslighting, too. That's the way it is. Nope, that's just the way it is. It's supposed to whine and make your studio sound like it. Jesus Christ. And I don't like it either. I don't like the module. That's the worst part. Is I literally bought it just because I was like, I mean, I guess if I have this, I'll finally get it. And I don't. I do not get it. Like, yeah. This is a common thing. That is a bummer. Is it auto leveling? Yeah. That's, yeah, F that. Well, if I plug it in upstairs, maybe I won't notice it. Okay, so yeah, move the modular upstairs. That'll be a big move. I'm gonna have to like not do a video for a week to like move all this gear around. I have so much stuff to move around. But Mr. Bill lives here now, which means that I can have him help me carry it upstairs, because there's no way I can carry that modular upstairs by myself. Doesn't Dreadbox kind of have Donner priced modules? It's, you know, it's funny too, is I this close to, I mean, I have a prototype of a reverb module right there in my rack, and it works and it sounds delicious, and I'm just like, I just don't have enough faith that Modular is gonna, I'm like worried that like the parts used in it are gonna go out of stock. So I guess it'll be a pedal maybe at some point, or it'll just, I'm gonna port it to VST at some point. No, Bill's not living with me. Jesus Christ, no. Bill is living, he bought a house. Bill, the amazing thing about Bill, and what I love about him so much, is I told him for a long time, you need to buy a house. You're making money. You're not going to be making money forever as a musician. You're going to have to integrate somewhere else. But in the meantime, stop paying rent, buy a house, own where you live at the very least. And I told him this for about a little over a year. I just preached at him all the time. Told him about my house. Told him about, oh, Mom, paid it off, did this, blah, blah. So earlier this year, Bill was just like, so is Georgia like a good place to live? And I was like, yeah, it's all right. It's pretty good. It's, you know, the cost of living's low in comparison to most major cities. The weather's nice. It's really hot in the summer, but like the winters are pretty gentle. If we have everything you need, you know, you'll have fiber internet, you'll have all that other stuff. And he was like, all right, where do you live? In like Marietta, right? And I was like, yep, that's where the house, because he's been here before, but I just didn't know where it was. And then he bought a house in Marietta. I was just like, amazing. Yeah. I get so happy when musicians buy real estate. You have to understand how important that is. I feel like if I had one regret in my career as a musician, it would be I waited so long to buy real estate. Like I should have not paid rent as long as I did. If you're over 35, then rent unless you're rich or have building skills. Wait, why? No. This is the problem. I feel like rich people love for you to think that a house is unobtainable. Like, I really do. I think and I think so in England more so in the US. I feel like in England, like, in a house is a little bit more unobtainable in England because they don't have mortgages like we have here. Like in England, you can't get a locked interest rate for 30 years that could only go down through refinancing. Yeah, UK housing market is pretty bad. But there are programs in the UK, but more so there are programs in the US. And I mean, if you have a credit score over 600, you can own a house in the US. If you could pull together as little as 3%, but like with closing costs, let's be real, 5% of a house, you could own a house, and you probably will be paying less in your mortgage than you would for rent. The one hitch here, because I'm not going to name names, but there's plenty of musicians where I bitch at them about this, and they live in fucking Hollywood, or they live in San Francisco, or they live in New York, and it's like, no, you need to leave those places. Those places are too expensive for you. Like but The issue with that is that you're living, like, if you are living in LA and having trouble making rent, and because owning a house is just astronomical, but living an hour away, it is possible, then you're living beyond your means in the terms of location. Like, the weather's really awesome in LA. You know, like there is a reason why the real estate's so expensive there. And I mean, I don't know. It's hard to tell. But I think the only reason I speak so like fluidly about this is because I grew up in the inner city and I live in the woods now, and I don't regret it one bit. I feel like it's, you know, and I mean, I don't live in the middle of nowhere. I live walking, like I could just walk down my block, but I do own over half an acre of land here, and it's like, it's in comparison to my old living standards, it's much, much better. And I actually own something now. And so I just feel, I suppose if you have a salary job and you're in an industry where you're always going to work, it's one thing. But if you're a musician where you're touring or making money from YouTube or whatever it is, like, buying property is the one rock that you're going to have. Like, in case things start tapering off, it's the one life raft that you're going to have. I love Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's great. I would love, I don't know if I want to move to Pittsburgh, but I have not visited there in a long time, and I'm kind of upset about it. My mom has a great point too. The interest on your mortgage is tax deductible. Like, if you're paying taxes in America, then you won't pay interest on your mortgage. Yeah, but yeah. So if Minnesota's cold, but yeah, that'll be good. Um, but yeah, the the thing about the rising mortgage rates is a lot of people are just saying, like, now I'm never going to move into a house. Now it's even harder. And it's like, actually, when you think about it, it's actually a little bit easier because the low mortgage rates really allowed people in the upper class to, like, you were still competing with them, but then housing prices were just going up. Like, then you just had, you know, a really expensive house with a low interest rate, but now the interest rates are going up. The housing prices are plateauing, but those interest rates are tax deductible, which is huge. I mean, that kind of, it helps level the playing field. I'm just going to start a financial advice YouTube channel, and I'll just make, even if I only have 800 views, I'll make, 10,000 a video just because the ad space on those is worth so much. Yeah, the cost of living in Minnesota is cheap. I don't mind Minnesota at all. I think Minnesota's a fun place. It is a little, I feel like I'm kind of done with winter. I've done it for most of my life, and I'm kind of over it. I feel like my next, if I were to move somewhere else, it would be New Mexico probably. Yeah, Natalia, that's yeah, following the UK thing is a little crazy right now. It really feels like there's just like 2 years of doom ahead of us, which is kind of us ahead of you, ahead of them. It's kind of a bummer. But yeah. Or you could have just moved to the north where like rent is like, $300 for a row house. Yeah, the cost of living near like Los Cruces is really cheap, and that's such a beautiful area. That's like right by White Sands, and you only have like 2 months of like intense desert, and the rest of the time it's pretty good weather. Um, yeah, that's kind of, I'm into that. I'm into that scheme. I'm into the idea of buying a lot of land and then leasing some of it out as an incubator for art and businesses and stuff. Yeah. 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 New Mexico's like, I don't know. It's interesting. I like New Mexico because it's a little ghetto. It's like kind of ghetto, but not in like the way where you're scared for your safety or anything. Or where it's just kind of, yeah, it's just kind of stuck in time. But at the same time, like the politics aren't and the infrastructure isn't. Like they have plenty of fiber and plenty of everything else. But yeah, and it's probably the most diversely beautiful state. Ben, you need to make a video explaining how you build compressors and stuff with Patch or FL Studio. Super curious to see how that works and if it would fit into my workflow. Really want to learn. Yeah, I've thought about like doing an FL Studio, I don't know, like some sort of course type thing. Some sort of less. I always told myself I would never do a course on anything, but I feel like enough people have asked me to do an FL Studio one, and I feel like I feel like my techniques at FL Studio have not been really represented that much, and yeah. Yeah. How much would you pay for a course taught by me? And I'm not saying that like I'm going to like gouge you. I'm wondering what the average, because the thing is I think if I were to do something like that, I would probably structure it where for every 2 courses I sold, I would give it to one person for free that could prove that they had a low income or something like that. $200. Okay. That's fair. Yeah. Okay. Cause that's what I'm thinking is like, I hate gatekeeping education behind money, but at the same time, like that would stimulate me to make the content that people want, because like I can't just make a video of it wouldn't bode well with like my YouTube channel to just divert into making nonstop FL Studio, 2-hour long FL Studio tutorial videos that. Yeah, okay. I'll consider that. That could be a good beginning of 2023 thing. I have some other ideas that I got to get through first, but yeah. Well, anyway, we're way over time here, but thanks for watching, everyone. Special thanks to the Surge developers, to Steve, and then the Surge developers in general. They've done an amazing job. They've made VCV Rack a even more important and cool thing. But more importantly, they've made like everything more of an important and cool thing. Like you literally could probably just have Surge and like a drum machine, and I'm not talking about VCV, but in general, the VST. You could probably have Surge and just like a drum machine and make an entire song. I mean, it's really so diverse, and yeah, it's excellent. It's the diamond in the rough of freeware, in my opinion. I think I would lose some members if I doubled it, but I think just because they would get a notification and they would say, meh, I've done that with things that I've subscribed to where I've just been like, fuck it, like an app or something that I don't really use, but I was okay with. But I think that I'll probably make more as a result. Yeah, maybe I can make an FL Studio tier. That could be cool. Or maybe I could just make them for ImageLine. Maybe ImageLine could just license them. That'd be pretty cool too. Maybe I will ping them after this chat. Okay. Love y'all. Have a great evening or day, depending on where you live. And yeah, I will I will not save Scooby VCV, and I will upload it to Discord. Okay. Take care, everybody.